Sundays are usually a day to sleep in, but not this Sunday because we're up bright and early for this. This is the 2023 Nissan Z or Z, since we're in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. And to help us out for this review, some of you might recognize Scott from Nissan Canada. He provided us with that amazing walk around video for that Nissan Pathfinder. Welcome, Scott.
Thank you, Brian.
And in case you're wondering, hey, there's some noise going on. Well, we're right here in Las Vegas Speedway. There are big semi trucks. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on, and there's race cars going around the track as well. So just bear with us on that. So first question, Scott, before we even talk about this car, is it Z or is it Z?
Great question. The way I like to see it, it's Z, because it's the name, it's not a pronunciation.
Okay.
A couple things. I asked Japan, and they said Z car. And then further, I said, well, your favorite rapper is Jay-Z, not Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And your favorite band from the 70s, 80s is ZZ Top, right? Not ZZ Top.
You don't say ZZ Top.
Yeah.
So, you know what, that absolutely makes sense. So before you go and hit all these comments, hey, you're Canadian, why are you saying Z? Well, that's why. So now I'm gonna hop behind the camera and you're gonna give us a good walk around of this new Z. Okay, Scott, where are we starting?
We're gonna start from the front. This is the all-new 7th generation 2023 Nissan Z. And we're really excited. This car has got it all. New powertrain, new styling, new safety, new connectivity. It's got the classic signature long hood in the front that's reminiscent of the old 240, the original. It's got the hood bulge in the front. It's got the teardrop headlights that's standard on this car. As we move back, got a very striking character line running right through the middle of the vehicle. This is what we call the katana blade finisher that goes from the top of the A-pillar all the way back to the rear of the vehicle. The door handles are flush now. You've got your signature Z emblem right here.
It sure really looks like it has the silhouette of the original 1970 240, doesn't it?
Exactly. That's where the heritage comes from. We're really excited about this because the passion, the emotion of that car is replicated in this car.
So tell us a little bit more of the grille, and what do you mean of the teardrop headlights? So what are we talking about there?
So if you can get a little bit closer here, you see two signature lighting elements, one right up here and right down here. And if you take a look at the original 240, so that car had the headlight enclosure here, and the reflection of the headlight actually cast a little lower shadow here. And that exact image, which became iconic for the 240, is replicated right here in 2022.
So you're replicating the reflection by using light.
Exactly.
And then the front grille has a very modern look to it for the 240.
Yeah,
from the 240.
Exactly. It's very modern. It's wide opening. Of course, very important for the air to get in there. There's turbocharging in this car. So engine cooling management is extremely important. So there's a lot of optimization in both the design and the efficiency of the grille.
So this is a really nice red.
Absolutely.
Scott, and it's a two-tone. Is this standard?
No, it's not necessarily standard. We have a number of very exciting colors coming in. Obviously this new red, there's a blue, we've seen the yellow, which has been the kind of the launch color on this car. And the two-tone is an option with a black roof, and then the body color that you're going to see on this vehicle.
So this is the performance trim, correct?
Exactly.
Okay, so there's the base is the sport, this is the performance. Wheel and brake wise, what do we have?
So on the performance that you see here, you've got 19-inch wheels, 18 on the sport grade. You've got upgraded sport brakes here with 4 piston calipers up front and 2 in the back.
Check out these taillights. Tell us about those.
Yeah, so just like the front end of the vehicle, the overall silhouette, the badge, and the headlamps, reminiscent of the 240. There's some throwback heritage here in the taillights as well. If you're familiar with the what we call the Z32, the 300ZX, that was really iconic in the 90s. See a lot of similarities here in rear taillight design from that car as well.
And we have dual exhaust once again. We have two-tone paint. And let's have a look in the back. Can you open it up?
All right.
So size-wise, is this much different than the outgoing Z car?
It's actually not too different. It's got the identical wheelbase. It's about 4 inches longer due to differences in design in the front and rear overhangs.
Does this ride on the same platform as the previous generation?
Yeah, it is the same platform, but heavily modified for this generation.
All right, you know what, this color, I just gotta give you, the viewers, a few more shots of this color and that blade. What do you call it again?
Katana.
The katana blade. It really, look at that. It's a sword that just flows right over that.
Right, it helps the car slice through the air.
Let's have a look inside.
All right.
Scott, it is really different inside this new Z. First off, when I first sat in here, it's so much more premium than the outgoing model. Sorry, but you know, it's like I was a fan of the outgoing model, but it needed an update. It really did.
No, I totally agree. And the work that they've done to update this from a premiumness, the materials, the connectivity, and the tech is unbelievable.
All right, well, let's start right in front of you. What do we have for screen-wise there?
All right, standard on every Nissan Z is a 12.3-inch full TFT, full color display. You can see right here, this is one of 3 views you can customize this to. I'm going to show you some of the other ones.
Like the sport mode is really cool because you get the big, huge tack right in the middle.
Right.
And yeah, I like, analog gauges are kind of cool, but you know, there's still some gauges up top here as well. But I've drove this, and having your turn-by-turn directions come up on there is really nice.
Yes, absolutely. That, like you said, the sport mode here has the central tack, a G-force meter, oil and water temp, the 3-pod cluster up here. This is another hallmark of the Z car for 50 years. You got a boost gauge, a turbo speed, and a voltmeter.
And below here we have this is a 9-inch screen, but our Canadian customers are getting something a little bit different, correct?
That's correct. This is a 9-inch screen on the US spec here, but Canada will get a 8-inch. It's just an inch smaller, but the functionality will be just as good. Large display, color screen, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all standard on every Z.
And below this is what I'm a fan of simplicity, and right down to like even on your left-hand controls, just adjusting the mirrors. You know, there's so many cars now. I'm confused. I'm okay. I got to switch it over to the left or the right mirror, and then I have to hit these directional pads. And this is it's simple. It's a joystick, and you just turn left or right.
Exactly.
But below here, you gotta love analog heating controls. Full analog. Just turn it. You have automatic climate control. You don't have to go through any menus or tap any buttons on the screen or anything. This is a touch screen too, isn't it?
Exactly.
Okay.
And Brian, the focus of this car is to drive it, right?
Yeah.
The heating, air conditioning, the screen, they're all important, but we're in this car to drive it, right?
Well, that's why I like manual controls, because if you're driving it, you can just reach over, and I'm a little bit cold, and you know which dial it is, and you don't have to take your eyes off the road and just turn. And
exactly.
It's that easy. This looks a little familiar, this gear shifter.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of our newest generation of shifters. It's not 100% the same, but very similar to what we saw in the Rogue and the new Pathfinder. Shift by wire on all 3 of these vehicles. So it's a combination of push button for things like the park, but kind of a gliding mechanism for the when you put it in its drive, reverse and neutral.
Now, we are in the 9-speed automatic
exactly
right now, and so you can also obviously get this in a 6-speed manual,
yep.
Which on our next video, we'll actually test that out on the track and on the road. But if you do get the automatic transmission, you can shift it in manually as well.
Yeah.
Right, so you have paddle shifters behind the steering wheel.
Right here.
And you also get launch control on this, and we have heated seats here.
Yep.
A manual handbrake.
Right here. Won't give you the sound. There you go.
Oh, yeah. And this is something new here too, what?
Oh, man, some people might not think it's a big deal, but and especially since I said the Focus is driving, but there are 2 seats in the car.
Yep.
There's one cup holder here.
You need 2.
There's a second one. Right? If you don't use it, you could tuck it away.
Yeah.
But there's additional storage right here.
All right. Oh, let me just see. So that's the key fob, everyone. That's a pretty standard key on the Z. No special key for the Z?
No, not this time.
Oh, man. All right. So that is cool. And now, how many trims do we get in Canada?
We get, normally you get 2 trims. You get the Sport, which is the entry, and then the Performance. Now for year 1, the first year is the Proto spec, which is a very special launch edition, if you will. So that'll be around just for 1 year.
Yeah, and there won't be a lot of them. So if you're interested in one of those, get your name down or put your order in pretty quick. And those only come in yellow only.
Yes,
you
that's
can't
correct.
get any of those cool colors at all.
Yep.
Now we get the preference, or the Performance trim, I mean. We get these combo leather suede power seats.
Yep, exactly.
Instead of the cloth. Really comfortable. I like the power adjustments on the side of the seat. Not on the side, but kind of on the top.
Yeah, it's really easy to reach.
Really easy to get to. Really, really easy. This is a nice red. What other colors, interiors can you get?
Yeah, this red was a really cool highlight, especially we've got a red exterior color car here. There's a new blue interior, as well as a all black interior.
And when can we see these in the dealership?
We are saying sometime in the summer.
And there's good headroom as well. It seems like it's carved out here, which will be really, really good if you have to wear a helmet. If you're doing some lapping on a track day. And this still, even though it's the sports car, it does have a lot of standard safety features as well.
Exactly. We've got on the Performance trim everything from front and rear sonar sensors, the forward emergency braking with pedestrian detection, the forward collision warning, blind spot warning, rear cross traffic, lane departure warning, just the whole suite of safety.
Plus, you get your blind spot right in the corner there. Yeah, so
exactly.
you get everything. You get your cake and you can eat it too. And you can choose either manual or automatic. So anyone can drive a new Z.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Well, that's it for our walk around what you need to know video on this new Nissan Z. Thank you, Scott, for helping us out on this video. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and hit that notification so you'll know when the next video comes out, which is going to be the drive of this. And not only are we going to drive it on the road, but on the track, automatic and manual as well.